No, it's dripping over here now. There's like a little summer rain.
So, Riley, checked it where she went downstairs and checked, and she saw that it was raining. Go!
As it like falls. All right, we've got 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks until summer vacation. I'm counting down the days. I enjoy my kids being home from the summer, and I'm like over school this year. I don't know what it is, but it's been crazy towards the end. And guess what, guys? We found Chicken. I knew we were gonna find him. He was actually in the Super Mario Brothers heart container. So I was like, yay! So the only thing we're still missing is the bomb from Mario. All right, guys, he's at it again. I don't have to tell him, he is going through his candy again, and he is throwing anything out that is not good anymore, and then he's already prepping his next lollipop and his Mickey thing. He's hilarious. So we're going. Oh. Yeah, so this is all the candy he has left. Oh, I thought that was a wrapper, but look, look, you got toys in here. What is going on? Oh, so yeah, so he's good. And honestly, like, his sisters have a lot, but he doesn't even eat that much candy. He literally just goes through it. So he's gonna go ahead and organize it. I never have to worry about this one with cleaning. He cleans his own room. I don't have to tell him. He like knows when it starts getting messy. That's an eyeball that belongs to one of your toys.
I even like this.
No, it's dripping over here now. There's like a little summer rain.
So, Riley, checked it where she went downstairs and checked, and she saw that it was raining. It's like sprinkling.
It was doing that earlier today. So crazy.
You dare me to run across the thing?
Yeah, I dare you to run across the thing.
Let's go.
In the water.
Ready, guys? She's gonna run without the blanket.
With the blanket.
Oh, with the blanket. Watch out. Move, guys. Move. Ready?
Make sure to run with me.
Go. No. Because he's got socks on. I dare you.
Bella, run with me.
No. I want Riley at a time.
Ready?
No, I don't want them to do it. Go ahead, Riley. Go.
Ready, steady, go.
And
Go.
as it like falls. Mason, don't go in there.
Do it, Mason.
Okay,
No.
I'll do it.
No. All right, that's it. That was the fun for today. All right, we've got 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks until summer vacation. I'm counting down the days. I enjoy my kids being home from the summer, and I'm like over school this year. I don't know what it is, but it's been crazy towards the end. So I did something differently last night. So I actually washed my hair last night, and instead of just letting it naturally dry, and put some of my curling mousse in there and just have it be like spiral curly, I blow dried it with the dryer. And I just took the brush and was just blow drying it to like brush it out as straight as possible. And I feel like it took longer to do that than it did to do in sections and just round it with the round brush. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna, in the future, if I want my hair straight like this, or at least like not my natural curls, I think I'm gonna actually take my wand blow dryer and do it that way. So I'm like gonna experiment next week, because I'm like, you know what, for the summer, I'm like, I really like, yeah, I know I can go ahead and, you know, we have a pool, and if my hair gets wet and I wash it, like, yeah, I can just let it naturally dry and curly. But sometimes, like, I don't always like my hair curly, especially if, like, we have stuff going on during the week. So I like my hair straight better, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. But I didn't want to take the flat iron. So I think like this morning, like it's not too bad just to be like bumming around the house and working out and just having it like, you know, whatever. Like if I wanted to take the flat iron, I would absolutely do that, but I don't think it's too bad. I did put a lot of oil on this side because my hair was really frizzy, but it's okay. I'm like, you know what? I'm just trying to experiment and see what I'm gonna do. I did use a purple shampoo yesterday, and I don't know if you guys noticed the difference. I don't think my hair is as like orangey as it was the last time, or at least for the weekend. But I still have stuff going on here. So I get my hair done again in like 2.5 weeks. And I'm like, I cannot wait. Cause I asked my hairdresser, I wanted to be more like brownie blonde. And I think like every time when I say brownie blonde, I think everybody thinks like platinum. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that boom blonde. And they always like go down this route. But I don't know, I'm just not crazy about it. But then too, this was all dark underneath hair. And I feel like maybe I shouldn't have went completely dark. That maybe she could put some low lights in here. Because maybe that's the thing too. Maybe it's just too blonde for me. Or too like one color, I should say. I don't know. But yeah, so I used to try purple shampoo, and I think that purple shampoo worked really well. The top, it never really is that bad. But it's just like all right here. So I don't know. All right, so I am doing project of the week. And I don't know how long this is gonna take me. I figure it might take me 3 weeks until the kids are done with school, but that's okay. So I'm about halfway done with my office, organizing it, like at least just getting the stuff off the floor, not necessarily like organizing it to like the file system and stuff like that. So I love if I have any extra downtime. I'm not gonna really do that this week. But if I have any extra downtime, I'm gonna still try to clean up the office area, because I am gonna put the girls' dance stuff back in there, and that stuff was all put away, and hook up their costumes, already prep it for when they have recital in a few weeks. But that's like 4 weeks away, so it's like I don't know if I really want to have dance clothes like that for 4 weeks hanging up in my office. So I need to find a system to, I've got 2 huge closet trolleys. I don't want to put them in the basement because I'm always afraid just in case if the basement floods. I just didn't want to do that, but I'm like, you know what, knock on wood, it shouldn't, but you know, just that mindset. So I'm like, what do I do with these 2 closet trolleys? And then what should I do with their costumes? Obviously, I can put all their costumes for the year in both their closet trolleys and just steam them. But sometimes it's like, I don't like steaming the costumes. But I'm like, you know, I'm just going to have to go and just end up steaming them. So I have all that stuff, like I said, cleaned up. So I noticed that Mason has been in between sizes, and same thing with Bella, kind of. I normally, with her closet, I flip like all her, she's got 2 rows to hang up, and I flip-flop her clothes for the summer and the winter. And so I have to do that again soon, but it hasn't been warm enough to really flip them where the tank tops are fine underneath. She always has on the bottom shelf the short sleeve shirts all year round, because she has cover-ups that she can wear just in case. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I need to flip it, but I'm not concerned about that. All of a sudden she had a shoe growth spurt. So I had to pull shoes from downstairs. So I got shoes in my office now. Mason and I have to figure out what I need for him. All of a sudden his pajamas look like floods on him. So I'm gonna start off with Mason's room, and I'm going to literally pull everything and wipe everything down, like pull the bed apart. He wants to actually flip his bed. He's got Lightning McQueen right now, and he wants to flip it to Monster Jam. So I was like, perfect, I'll, you know, flip it and actually, you know, redo everything there. And he's got a trundle with drawers, and the drawers have nothing in there. So I told him, like, maybe we should figure out what we're gonna put in those drawers. Not necessarily doesn't have to be clothes, but we can kind of figure out something. And then also he has toys that are missing. So I was like, oh, maybe they fell behind the bed. I'm not really sure, but we'll try to figure this out. And he's got, all of a sudden he's like, I don't want to play with my Lightning McQueen cars anymore. I'm like, you just got a bunch for Christmas. I'm like, I'm surprised. But I think it's because everything's like all over in a spot. So I go, you know what? Maybe what we'll do is because he wants to play with his Monster Jam, we take all your cars, put it in a container, put it in a closet, and then when you want to take it out and play with it, you just pull it out. But the problem is, like, you have to set up all the tracks, and that's the kind of the big pain. So I'm like, we'll figure it out. So I'm also going to be going through his room and go through books. And I'm like, I'm so afraid to always get rid of stuff. But it's like, I know like we're probably not gonna have any more kids, but it's just like, I'm just afraid like to, just to, one day like, oh, my kids want it for their kids. Like I have Baby Einstein, every single DVD, and I'm thinking to myself, should I sell and get rid of it? I mean, it's packed away somewhere. I don't even know where it's at. It's probably in the basement somewhere, but I'm looking through books. So when Riley was little, I bought a bunch of Disney books. There's probably like 60 books, and Dr. Seuss, like 60 of them. It was like a club. And I'm thinking to myself, should I just get rid of them? Like, Riley honestly never read them. And they're in Mason's room right now. And I'm like, they never really read them. So I'm just like, I don't know if they're getting too old for them, or even if I read to them, I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do that and go on the Facebook route and Facebook Marketplace and just kind of sell stuff to, have extra. I don't know. So if you guys have any suggestions, because now I'm going to probably start going through all the baby clothes that are downstairs and probably sell that as well and just keep like the really, really nice stuff for future for the kids if they need it. But I don't know. I think it's a discussion that I'm gonna have to try to like figure out. I know they're little, but even like with the older ones, like I'm not sure. It's nice to like not have this stuff. Like I know like I have toys from when I was a little girl that like Bella plays with. So I know like I don't want to get rid of like that stuff, but it's hard. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on pretty much this week. Is I'm going to start off with Mason's room. I'm hoping to get, it only takes like 2 days for his room, and then I'm gonna start with Bella's room. And with her, I actually have to have her try on clothes. That's the hardest part. Like she's gone all day and might have to wait till the weekend to go ahead and work on it with her toys and everything. But at least like Mason's home where I can go ahead and he can do it with me and be like, yeah, I don't want that, I want that, or try this on and that, and figure out what he needs clothes wise. But that's my project of the week. And like I said, it's probably gonna take me a couple weeks, probably, between, my goal would be till the end of the school year, which is, basically I have 2.5 weeks to do without trying to do this on the weekends. So between that and the office, if I can at least get the inside down here looking, not as cluttered, I will be okay with that. Because I know like this summer, like I'm probably gonna try to do some projects, maybe like a couple out, like 2 hours every day, every early morning, because I'm gonna still be on the same early routine that I am right now. The kids, obviously I don't have to worry about getting them up at a certain time and they can relax or whatever, but I still wanna get up super early, do, have my slow morning and just, do whatever for the couple hours and then enjoy the summer with the kids, because I feel like, I really wanna do that. I wanna have a nice summer with them. So yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna be doing too many projects in the summer, but at least if I, like I said, can get this house all straightened up, we are good to go. And then not only have to do that, is I have to figure out some things for Bella's communion party. So she made her first communion this weekend. I need to figure out some, what I'm gonna do party favor wise. And I think I'm gonna make a dessert table.
I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you repeat that?
Always. I had randomly Miss Alex.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
See? Her talking to me last night too, and I didn't even say anything. So, I love how randomly like they start going off and start talking to you. But anyways, so, yeah, so between that's what I'm doing the next couple weeks. I'll show you guys what I'm gonna be doing, when I can show you guys, because right now, like, Mason's room's a complete disaster. Bella's room's a complete disaster. So right now I'm just gonna, pull out as much as I can and then kind of explain. I figured I'm gonna get some storage. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna get some storage stuff just so it looks nicer. Another thing too with Mason's room is we have gray dressers. Paul and I want to look for nice white dressers because our new bed set is white, and take the gray dressers and give it to Mason. So I might even try to pull out one of our dressers now and go through my clothes. It's another project I have to do too, because I'm losing so much weight. And I'm like, I can't even fit into my clothes anymore. They're like really bad, loose. So I need to, maybe I'll drop one of my dressers and give it to him and pull out his dresser that doesn't match anymore. So, but a lot of things going on over here. Like I said, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start cleaning up. Probably won't get too much today. Normally I just do a little bit every day because it's still crazy with the kids, with their activities and stuff. They'll still have no school when they still have dance, which still isn't too bad because, you know, they'll be home all day and, you know, they can do whatever they need to do and I don't have to take them anywhere or pick anybody up from school or anything. I just have to take them straight to their activities. But yeah, so that is what I'm gonna be doing for this week. All right, so this is what I'm talking about with Mason's room starting to be a disaster with toys. And I mean, he has everything over there. It's just, there's no space for it. So I gotta figure out what to do. So, right here is a trundle. He tries to make his bed. But I was thinking of taking his workbench and moving it all the way over so he can open it and get to those drawers. I just did it for storage and for the future just in case. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with here. See, there's all these books, all those books. They're all Dr. Seuss or Bernstein Bears Dr. Seuss ones, and then Disney. So I started cleaning the closet. So I actually got through this half over here, and literally I have no idea what the kids did in here. But I started vacuuming, dusting, wiping everything down, and I also did behind there. We used to keep behind there like the overstock of wipes, but obviously the kids don't have wipes anymore. So I keep these train tracks of Mason's for his train that he can ride on. But he's like, Mom, can I go ahead and start riding my train? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So I gotta figure out what to do with that. I don't know if we're gonna put it back behind the chair and he just asks me when he wants to, or we have these drawers here that are they're so small. Like, I don't know. I feel like you really can't put too much in there. Maybe I'll just lay the train tracks in there for him. Not quite sure yet. So, but this took me almost 2 hours to do. So I'm kind of like done for right now because I have to start playing pickup and taking kids to activities. So I pulled everything, like I said, out of the closet, and out of this side was Riley's stuff. So she's going to have to go through everything. And we're going to figure out, I was thinking of maybe putting the closet trolleys over here for their dance, figuring, you know, they're in there, and that would be a lot, you know, helpful, because we do have the crawl space that's up there for access. This closet was never finished. You can see it was kind of painted there, so it's all not painted, it's all gunked up. So eventually we will redo. This is the only closet that we did not do because it had this in here, and this was actually fine. Where Paul's and my closet, we have 2 closets in our bedroom. My closet, they took the whole closet system out of there, and when we looked at the house, it was in there, so they should have never did that. It wasn't stated, but whatever. So we redid my closet, and then Paul just did more to his closet like mine, and then we did Bella's closet because she needed more room. So but yeah, so I just been going through some clothes, so I'm just putting clothes for here right now, and then there's nothing back there. But I cleaned all here, and then like all in here, and like I said, that literally took me 2 hours. So like I even said before, this is probably gonna be a longer project than I might have thought, but I have here on Mason's side of the bed, that's his dress-up clothes, his shoes. The pegs dropped, I found them, so I gotta redo that. That's all his stuffed animals. I told him he's gonna have to go through them and get rid of them, but these are the books that don't fit in the other bookshelf, so I'm gonna go through that and figure out what we're gonna need and what we're gonna keep and not keep, and then I have to go through his clothes. He has like no clothes, but he doesn't. All the girls have everything. The girls had hand-me-downs. We got 4 of them. He's the only boy, so it's kind of hard, but I'm just gonna keep working on this. Like I said, probably not finishing up today, maybe later tonight, because sometimes I'll get on a roll and I'll just start cleaning, but I just gotta figure out the best thing to do for storage and organizing. So I might have to run to the store and see if I can find anything. But so far, the best thing to do when you are literally trying to reorganize and clean is to declutter everything. And so, like I said, I took everything of Riley's out of the closet. I'm gonna have to have her go through everything, and we're gonna have to figure out a new system for there. All right, so if you hear sizzling in the background, I'm making some chicken right now to go on top of these salads. So I did a little knockoff salad from Panera. Well, I don't want to say it's a knockoff because, well, it is, but it isn't. It's all the same ingredients. So I actually really like these containers. I actually saved them from Panera because when I put this on there with the dressing, it'll go ahead and shake it up. I heard, well, I always get extra dressing. So I still have, and I normally use 2 on each salad. I have a couple more in the fridge. But I heard that Walmart sells the Greek dressing. So this is their Greek salad. And like I said, I'm gonna add chicken to it. All I did was, and I feel like this is like, these bowls are like the perfect like size. Both of them have, so I figured I'll make salads, 2 of them for 2 days, because I'm kind of doing like a detox this week of eating nothing but salads and water and green tea. So I have salad at the bottom, lettuce. It's supposed to be romaine, but I'm using our spring mix just to go ahead and get rid of it because I don't want it to go bad. But then otherwise in the future I'll use just romaine. Romaine. And then I cut up some cucumber, 5 to 6 tomatoes. The cucumber is I did 6 slices and then cut them in half. And then there's some green onion in there. Pepperoncinis, I think that's how you say it. The Greek olives over there, which we actually bought a big, huge jar. I just finished this one. We bought another big, huge jar from Costco. So I saved the little jar and I'm going to tomorrow already prep and cut the other ones in half, just to save time. And then I topped it with feta cheese, and then I'm gonna put the chicken on top when it cools down, dressing, and then put the lids on, and then shake it up, and then there is the salads. All right, that's what it looks like with chicken. Not the prettiest, but it still looks good, and I'm gonna hopefully enjoy it. Okay, so I have literally been cleaning Mason's room all week. I really thought I was gonna be able to do Mason's and Bella's, but when you pull like everything out and go through everything, like I literally was only able to do Mason's. The only thing I didn't get to was his clothes, but look how I did my hair this morning with the round brush, and it's so much better. So I think I know from now on, if I go ahead and blow dry my hair on my natural days or whatever, my once a week one, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and use the round brush. So much better. But I wanted to show you guys what I did so far to Mason's room. And like I said, I just have to go through his clothes. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it later. I have to leave in a little bit to go pick up Bella from school. It's the end of our weekly vlog, and we are running errands when she goes to dance. So I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to get to the clothes tonight. If not, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. It probably won't take me that long, but I don't know. We'll see. But here is what his room looks like. All right, so first things first, the closet. So I kind of started pulling clothes that are at least 2-3 T3 out of there. And I actually put it like right here, so this all has to go. But I don't know if I'm gonna just hang up all his clothes and get rid of that one dresser from now. I'm not sure. So I just put the extra hangers over here. This is temporary with the cars. We have closet doors. Paul has not put them in yet. They have to be stained and they have to be painted and everything. So, or primed and painted. So right now, obviously, like if we did close the closet, like this would lay out fine. I don't know about that one, but what I put back there is all his flat backpacks, not his school backpack, because we did get he got one for Christmas, but all like his duffel bags and everything are underneath there. Those are his costumes, his shoes, which I wanted to put the shoes down here, and then I realized, oh, I need to put the Lightning McQueen toys there. So I have all that. Another Lightning McQueen set. I don't like it sticking out like that, but it goes together. There's 2 over there. They go together, and then I put the Hot Wheels loop-de-loop in there as well, and those are his extra tracks. What's really nice over here is I got both closet trolleys, Mason's hockey, and then behind it is just all of like mine and Riley's suitcases, but it was Hello Kitty. That's what she used to have. Now she doesn't use it, so now it's Bella's, so it's technically mine and Bella's. So not too bad. Riley used to have all her stuff in here. Well, she's going through all her stuff that was in that closet. Half of it, well, I'll do this. A third of it was clothes. So she's got to go through the third of clothes, and she's like, I got a bunch of new clothes. I was just waiting. Majority of the stuff I'm gonna get rid of. I was like, okay. The other 2/3 was all you know, like things, stuff. Probably a third of, or a half of the 2/3 is garbage. The other third, she has to go, we're gonna figure if she wants to go ahead and keep it, not keep it. All the art stuff, majority of it was art stuff, is gonna go in the laundry room. So I told her, I'm like, you're gonna go through it. She had drawers in here. I'm like, you know what, we're gonna get rid of the drawers. One set was busted. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna get rid of it. So she told me when she saw me doing this to the closet, she didn't see anything in there, but she just saw I pulled everything out, because a lot of the times it's so much easier to pull everything out and then start from scratch. She's like, I kind of figured I wasn't gonna put my stuff back here. However, I told her, because technically like this was like Riley's closet, because Bella has way more clothes than Riley, because I mean, she's got all her sister's hand-me-downs. I told her, like, I'm not really thinking of putting anything else here, so right here, she can hang up all of her dresses and still hang up any like shirts she wants. So she'll at least be able to hang. She just, you know, I mean, it's better now there. I'm gonna probably like, I have their dance bags. It's like a garment bag. I think I'm gonna hang them up, and maybe every time they have costumes, I'm gonna hang their I can't even say costumes. Oh my goodness. Their costumes up in here just to let it air out so it's not in the bag the whole time. But we got a month before recital, so I think I'm gonna hang up all the costumes and just like lay the bags down. I don't know, but that's what I was thinking here. Obviously this is stuff that needs to be packed. Behind there is Mason's train with the tracks. I have to fold his blankets. And then on the side, I put the Hot Wheels. These are cars, but they're gonna go in this bag or this container, so I'm gonna push it back and use those containers for something else. Over here, I organized all his regular cars down there and all his Disney cars up here. His toolbox used to be over there, but I told him now, because he's got the trundle, which still there's nothing in those drawers. I don't know what I'm gonna put in those drawers. He could pull this forward to move it over, and this whole thing now opens. So that's really nice. So made his bed. He's now got Monster Jam. We flipped it. The only thing with the Monster Jam is it only comes with one pillowcase. The cars came with a pillowcase and a sham, I think it's called. So now I gotta find another solid gray pillowcase or something, or black that'll match this, so we can have 2 pillowcases. But I just wanted to show you guys first. We dusted everything, organized everything. Guess what, guys? We found Chicken. I knew we were gonna find him. He was actually in the Super Mario Brothers heart container. So I was like, yay! So the only thing we're still missing is the bomb from Mario, but he's got everything up here, all his like favorite ones. So I told him, like, make sure you just take it and just put them all back when you're done playing with it. They don't really stand up. So he went through all his stuffed animals. I gotta put those downstairs. I got 2 containers of stuffed animals and like almost a container of toys that we actually took out of here, because here is the other side. So that we want to get rid of. He's either gonna get our gray dresser to match this when we find dressers. So actually technically right now I can take everything out of there and put down here pajamas, underwear, socks, t-shirts, but a lot of the t-shirts are 2T, so I have to like undershirts, I mean. So I have to actually get him more, so I could do that for right now and pull this out if I wanted to, but I can't lift that. Paul's gonna have to help me. So, but we got some stuff up there. This over here, we got more storage. This is now organized. I told him all these books down here. I pulled all the other books and they're downstairs. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with them. But I think we're gonna leave these books for him. They're like Charlie and Lola. I spent a lot of money on that for Riley when she was little. Disney stuff, like the thicker books, just odds and end books. Ones that I think they'll for sure read. But yeah, I did this, got all the DVDs. I have to reorganize the DVDs too, because he got Sonic for from the Easter Bunny. So, but not too bad. So his room is done for now. I mean, this is like really open and clean for me. Obviously, like I just got to finish this and finish the clothes, but I feel like, you know, I did really good today. You know, sometimes, you know, you don't always get to what you plan. Obviously, like I plan to do both Mason and Bella's room. I did not get to it, but I mean, like I fully pulled everything out. Fully wiped down everything, cleaned everything, the floors, vacuum dusted everything. So we went through toys. It's nice. So now it's a fresh start for the summer. I just have to go through the clothes. I have to make a list of clothes that he needs. But yeah, I'm actually pretty proud of myself from what I did this week. So then hopefully next week I'll work on Bella's room. That'll be my project of the week next week. But as of right now, this is as far as I got for my project of the week for this week.